Hello everyone, welcome to Tableu training. In this lecture, we are going to learn about interactive filters. We have already seen what is basic interactive filters, but in this lecture, we are going to learn in detail various options available in the interactive filter and how it will be used. Right? For that, let me create one simple bar chart by selecting fields for that given category. So this is simple bar chart. So normally we use create a filter category filter by dragging and dragging into the filter cell. So that will be like the normal way of selecting the values which you want to filter, right? But here in this case, we don't want to do that way. We have to we would like to do in interactive way, right? So for creating interactive filter, you need to select the field which you want, the column, right? And then there is a small icon, a triangle symbol, right? Click on it and then show filter, which will bring us interactive window here. So this is the category. All the category values will be displayed here. So if you deselect the all option, enter all the values in the graph will go away. Then whichever the values, let's say like for furniture only, I want to see the sales, I can select only furniture. I want to see the, if you would like to see the for technology also, multiple values you can see. If you want to see for all the values, click on all option, right? So this is the basic one, interactive filter. By default automatically get saved, and also the category filter will be applied in the category itself as well. So now let us see the various options available in interactive session, right? So when you click on the, there is small, next to the category, we do have three options showing all the filters and find values, and then there is one small triangle, right, which will be list of values, right? When you click on it, so here we have the edit filter, you can remove the filter, apply to worksheets. If you have multiple worksheets, you can apply it. Format we can do, customize we can do, show title and edit title. So you can edit the title. So the title, right? Now it is in normal font, right? Let us go with the bold and also italic, and let me change the font to something else, and also let me increase the font size. Click on OK, right? So the title also will get changed. Okay, so this is one way we can do that. And then if we go to the next thing, all these options, right, the way we represent the interactive window, right, to select the values. So right now, by default, based on the report, right, the selection criteria, it has selected as multiple values, right, multiple values option. So we do have single value list, single value drop down, single value slider, multiple values list, multiple values drop down, multiple values custom list, wildcard match. All these things I will be explaining one by one. First, let us go with the single value list. The moment I select the single value list, our style of the interactive window has been changed to a single value. So now I can select only one value. So if I select the all will be applied. If I select furniture, only furniture will be applied, will be visible here. So furniture sales will be visible. I cannot select multiple, right? So at any point, if you don't want the filter, you can click on here, like the filter icon is there, right? There is a cross button is there. So we can close it. By it will take us the default. Default meaning the initial interactive filter which we selected, right? The single value for everything it will be visible here, right? So now we have seen the single value, right? Let me go and select the single value drop down. So this is the single value drop down. The way it looks is when we click on, by default it will all will be applied. When you click on the list of values, you can select only one at a time. Let me select office supplies. So we can see office supplies. So similarly, we can close the unselect the filter to get all the values by closing this filter icon red cross mark, right? Now let us go to the single value slider. So there is a single value slider. By default it is all. So we have the small ball here, right here, leftmost side, correct? So now, if you click on one click, right, the first value furniture, and then next click office supplies, next click it is technology. So this way we can slide actually between the values. Okay. Now let us go and see the multiple values. This one we have already seen. By default, it has set as multiple values list, right? So multiple values drop down. So here the difference between single value drop down and multiple value drop down is you can select two values at a time, right? Multiple values at a time, not only two, multiple values at a time, or single value also we can select actually. So this is the main difference from the single value drop down and multiple value drop down. So I have closed to default one. Next we have multiple values custom, right? So here we can type the the value which we want, and then we have a plus symbol here. Click on add. Sorry for typo. See, like this we can add. If you don't want, select this one and then click on the cross mark to remove. So whichever the values only we want, we can search and add. This is the custom multiple values custom list. Now we have final one, we have a wildcard match. So wildcard match, amount we select, right? So starting with F. So it contains whatever the content, whichever the value F contains, it will come. OFF. So type OFF, only office supplies will come. So these are the options available in showing the different ways of the interactive window styles actually. So then we have only relative values we can put by default, all values default. So include. So let me take it to the normal. So this is the basic one. Normally by default it will be multiple values drop down list, multiple list, right? So here we have include and exclude. This we can exclude actually. So if you select office supplies will be excluded. By default it will be included. By default if you see, right, by default it will be included. So when we select any values, those will be included and the graph will be displayed. But quite oppositely we have exclude also. When you select exclude, whichever, now I am selecting furniture, it strikes off from the list. So which means you cannot see the furniture values in the graph, right? So again unselect everything. Now finally we have hide card. So we can hide this entire interactive card as well, right? So this is a brief about interactive filters, various options available in Tableu. Hopefully you guys understand the concept of interactive filters. Thanks for watching this session.